All right!
Let's do this.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us for another episode of Free Beer with Charlie. I'm Big Al and this is Charlie.
Hey everybody, how's your week? We hope our free beer community is having a good week. Big Al, what about you?
Oh, it's a great week.
It was a good week.
Yeah.
I'm a little sore today.
Well, I noticed that you were kind of not yourself.
Yeah, well, I like to think I'm myself. I'm moving a little slow.
Yeah. It's not like Charlie.
Yeah, we talked a couple weeks ago here on the show about, we love tattoos at Free Beer with Charlie.
Oh yeah.
So I had an appointment. I've been working on a design and got to do a shout out to Kristen Hilton at Tat That Tattoo in Springfield, Missouri. Anybody local needs a good tattoo, she is the lady to go see. Pocahontas Tattoos on Instagram. Check out some of her work. She's fantastic. But anyway, went up there, spent 7 hours yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm feeling it today.
Wow, that's a big tattoo.
Yeah.
Is that like a full body tattoo?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. And I'm gonna finish it up here next week. So hopefully we can get some pictures on maybe.
Well, it depends on where it's at.
Well, it's on my chest and shoulder.
Oh, okay.
So
I think we could probably do that.
we could probably do that safely.
Fantastic.
Big Al, we had some other exciting news this week.
Yes, we did. Nate, a good friend of Free Beer from Maryland, was telling us about a beer that he really liked, or he was going to try it, and he wanted us to try it too. So he got that in our hands, and we're going to give it a look tonight.
And I believe it's a double dog,
Yes.
double IPA.
Yeah, coming out of Flying Dog Brewery.
So if I remember right, it's at 12% by volume.
12%. High. So.
And for our free beer community, we haven't had the best luck with some of the higher alcohol beers.
Well, I keep thinking about that one. What was that called?
That was crazy.
Oh, yeah. Crazy Brewski.
But it was at 15%, wasn't it?
That's true. Yeah.
So
it was kind of in a league of its own.
And I don't think Nate is steers wrong, so we're excited to try this.
Seemed like a good guy. I hope we don't have to take this out and shoot it with a shotgun like we did for the last one.
Yeah. Especially coming out of Maryland. And the exciting thing is, we hope our free beer community, if you got anything in your neck of the woods,
yeah, get it in our hands.
No matter whether you live in Maryland or you live out in California or down in Florida, Texas, wherever, anything you got in your local area that you think we ought to try, get it to us. Get it in our hands. We'd love to sample it.
We can't get everywhere, but we sure like to sample everything.
We'd sure like to get everywhere.
Yeah. So Charlie, this is the one we've been talking about.
This is it. Let's just get it out and get started with it. Now, first of all, I think we ought to thank Nate.
Thank you, Nate. That's awesome.
Getting us to us and getting it in our hands. Oh my gosh, Big Al, look at the label on that one.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I understand there's like a Renaissance artist or something that's involved with this company.
Yeah, now they started back in 1990, and if I remember correctly, they actually started and met in Pakistan.
Yeah, but then they started a brew pub in Colorado.
And now the actual brewery's in Maryland.
Yeah, it's a little fuzzy, the whole story, but a lot of things are fuzzy with us. So.
Yes, and so the thing is I assume if we had probably too many of these at 12%, our whole world
everything
would be fuzzy.
Yeah, so we're not going to do that, but we are going to give it a sample and we're going to see what we think of this.
Now, just to reiterate, this is a double dog, which is a double IPA, and I think they kind of have a theme with some of their beers.
Yeah, so it's Flying Dog Brewery, so they have Bloodline.
They got Snake Dog.
They got Doggy Style.
So, several different dog-related.
Yeah.
And if you look at the cap, we'll have to pull up a picture of the label and the cap. When I first saw it, what did you think of?
It looks like a bat. It looks like it's something scary.
Yeah, and that's what I thought too. I thought, well, what? Well, we kind of looked at it on our magnifying glass, and one end kind of looks like a dog's head, and the other end looks like a tail. And
yeah, we don't know what happened to the middle of that dog, but it's flying.
He's flying though.
Yeah. So Charlie, do we know anything about this beer as far as what they put in it?
Yeah, Big Al, actually we do. It's got light caramel malt, Columbus hops, Warrior hops, Cascade hops, and American ale yeast.
Cool.
It's that time.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it. Let's just open it and get started.
We're gonna have a bottle cap to flip.
Yeah, we haven't got to do that in a while.
You call it.
Okay, I'll call it. Heads. Big Al, you got it.
All right. Cool. Let's see what this is like.
I'm anxious to get started on this one.
So that's an interesting color. It's pretty clear. It's pretty orange.
Yeah, it's got a just a red tinge. Like I said, it's kind of, I guess it is more orange.
Nice, good head.
Yeah, definitely good head. You know, which is surprising, because most of our higher alcohol beers,
that's true.
The alcohol tends to keep away from that.
Barely have a thin head.
That's
very nice.
Very nice smell. I'm getting a little. Is that a floral hop?
Yeah, I think so. Mixed with a little malt smell.
Yeah, this is a slight malt. I've got higher hopes for this one now.
Yeah, it doesn't smell all yeasty.
Yeah, the last one we had that was that higher alcohol content. It didn't have a head, and we cracked it open.
Yeah.
Ooh, malt.
Very nice. So what would you give this on our scale?
I'd say definitely 1.
Unpleasant.
Yeah. I'd say it's typical for a smell. I mean, it's a good smell.
But the real kick is what's it taste like.
Let's try it.
That's pretty good.
That's surprising.
I was at the first thing that hit my tongue. I'm like, oh, crazy
yeah,
Bruce.
I thought, oh, we're done.
And I think that was all mental.
I think so too. Is it just me, or does it almost taste like it smells?
It does, but you know what? I don't really taste the alcohol that much.
No, and that's for 12%. I'm actually surprised with the higher alcohol content, and typically they have a malty base to them.
So it's hoppy, but in a sweeter floral kind of way. Citrusy maybe a little bit. This is very nice. Very good beer.
What do you think? What are we going to class this as? I'm not quite sure it's a guzzler.
Well, let's talk about the sweet to bitter, because that might help us with the class.
That's true.
Because on this thing, I'm tasting sweeter than normal.
I am too.
You know, it's not a.
The aftertaste, even to me,
Yeah.
is I got a little bit of hop there, but the malt's gone, no alcohol, but I do have a sweetness.
I mean, there is a bit of bitterness, but it's overpowered by the sweetness.
Yeah.
I would think this is probably a 2.
I would think so. I really do.
Bitter.
Yeah.
That being said, as far as our categories, obviously it's not a guzzler, not a 12%.
No. And is it getting almost sweeter to you the more we drink?
It is. That's taking over the taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot more. That drink, I definitely got more sweetness.
Yeah.
But it's not offensively sweet,
No.
which we've had some of those. It's a sweeterness, but not a.
And I'm going to say for our categories, we're probably looking at a complex,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Not an entry level.
Not an entry level. It's definitely not refreshing.
No. That doesn't mean it's not good. But
No.
you come in after hauling hay on a hot day, you're not going to chug one of
No,
these.
you're definitely not going to chug with it. You know, we might be able to class this as an in-between.
It would be a good in-between.
Because, I mean, think of maybe a hoppy beer before this and maybe a dark beer after that. There might be a balance to carry you from that bitterness to that sweetness.
You know, one thing we've never really talked a lot about is the in-between beers. It's interesting how a beer like this with the high alcohol and the sweetness can make other beers taste different when you follow them with a different beer.
Well, I think they need to check out our Beer Lab video.
Beer Lab.
Because that was amazing, because that proved that to us.
Yes.
Is it really affects, and mixing them to me is no different than having a beer, another beer, and another beer.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think you had a good point. This would probably be good with certain foods too.
Oh yeah.
It's got
definitely.
enough of a. I mean, I think this would be good with something charcoal, you know, something grilled out.
Yeah, something salty.
Something salty, and because it would balance that sweetness out. Oh. But what do you think overall?
It's got a bit of a wow factor having a 12%, but you don't really taste the alcohol.
Right.
What do you think?
You know, I think with the wow factor and the alcohol content by volume, I really think it's probably a 4.
That's what I was thinking, but I wanted to hear your side. I want to thank Nate again for getting it in our hands.
And once again, our free beer community, hey, wherever you live, anything you got out there, get it in our hands. We love to try it. And this is surprising. It's been a good beer for a higher alcohol content. Once again, thanks, Nate. Big Al.
Charlie?
Here's to God, guns, and rock and roll.
Amen.
Man, that's surprising.
Yeah, that's nice.
I just, with the smell and that sweetness, and I'm shocked. Especially, I can't believe I don't get any alcohol.
I know. That's really shocking.
For 12%, good stuff.
Well, everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget, I'm Big Al.
I'm Charlie.
Till next time.
had some. Oh my. Big Al, we had some other good news today.
Yes, we did. Charlie, this is the beer we've been talking about right here.
We're excited. Nate sent us this. Let's just do it. So a little excited.
So this is Charlie we've been talking about.
This is a Charlie we've been talking about. That's me. Well, Big Al,
I'm excited about this. I think
too.
it's time to try this out.
Let's just open it. And
we get to flip a cap.
I know, it's been a while since we got to do that. Oh, wow. It's got a seal to it, man.
Now, my understanding is they haven't changed anything. They even own their own malt house, so they control the whole